Igor and myself came to this amazing cemetery at Kensal Green because a very, very great man is buried here, Richard Carlyle, a 19th century free thinker. And many of the freedoms that we have today, universal suffrage, women's emancipation, press freedom, the right to criticize the deep state, to criticize religion, was won by this man. And he was sent to prison many times, and so were many of his supporters, just for fighting for free speech. In those days, if you even said that God was not true, you could end up in jail. He was an atheist, but he went to prison for publishing a book by Tom Paine. And Tom Paine was a deist, so he believed in God. He wasn't an atheist. He believed that God created the universe and basically left it to unwind. So it's not an interventionist God of faith, but it's still an alternative to the God of faith. And that was considered blasphemy in his day. And so we have so much to be grateful for to Richard Carlyle, but he is not celebrated in our culture because he was an atheist and also he was a socialist. And the British establishment always feels threatened by these two things, atheism and socialism. But for Igor and myself, he is a champion of free speech and a hero of free thought and the founder, really, of free thinking. And in England, Britain, we should be really proud of this heritage, coupled with the fact that George Holyoake invented secularism. He coined the term secularism. And unfortunately, many of the freedoms they went to jail for and suffered for are now in this day and age being taken away from us again. So Igor and myself, we really want to reassert the significance of free thinking and free thought. And we introduce a new element into free thinking because we are not atheists. We believe in God, but God as a higher consciousness, God as the spirit of the universe, God as a mystery. People who say they know the mind of God are a little presumptuous. We don't say we know what God thinks, but we know that there is a core reality in this universe, something amazing. Just looking around us now, the beautiful blue sky, the lovely trees. A little while ago we saw a little grasshopper. Nature. Nature is the holy book. And if you want to find out about God, you study nature and rejoice in nature. Well, even though we have been given some maps by the office, we still can't find his grave. And it's really sad that this important defender of human rights, this person who helped shape British politics and British history, has no real place where people can come and easily pay homage to him. We've been walking for a good hour trying to find his grave, and even with a map, we just can't find it. And it's really, really sad. We come here especially to see his grave. And it's obviously so unremarkable that it's virtually invisible. And I think that's a real tragic reflection of how the establishment has no respect for free thought, for for humanism, for secularism, and for the great champions of free speech that now is being threatened again in Britain with the cancel culture and the woke culture that is stifling free speech. Richard Carlile fought and campaigned for the rights of the downtrodden. He fought for the rights of workers. He fought for the rights of women. He fought for the rights of a free press. And he fought for the rights of atheists to explain why they believed what they did without being persecuted. So he believed in open debate. And they did not call these free thinkers, they did not call for the abolition of religion, but just the opportunity and the right to be able to speak their mind about it and to debate. And one of his great projects was to publish a book that was banned in Britain, a marvelous book that influenced free thinkers and philosophers all over the world and to this day. It was a book by Tom Paine, and it was called The Age of Reason. And Tom Paine did not believe in holy books. He believed that nature was the holy book, and he was called a deist. And the deists acted as a kind of bridge between the Christians and ourselves, because we believe in God, but the God of deism is a little bit cold and unfeeling. It's like the watchmaker. He makes the watch and then he just leaves it to tick, 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 tick without intervening. But we believe in participation, in emotional participation with the higher power through art, through music, through sex, through life, through the celebration of life. And for us, God is a living energy. It's the spirit of the universe. And the holy book, the real holy book, is nature. And if that's true, then really artists and scientists are the priests who explain God through explaining reality and explaining nature and explaining the cosmos. He showed great sympathy for the plight of the working class, who were oppressed politically and also financially. Poverty was rife, and he always had a warm heart for those who were oppressed and downtrodden. He was a fighter for real equality, where the state was forced to look at inequality and do something about it. And the struggle still goes on to this day, thanks largely to Richard Carlile.
After much wandering across overgrown gravestones and feverish consultation on the internet, we finally found his tribute on an obelisk which also had the names of many dissenters engraved on it.